Yeah, and now then this, another element of this too is that there's other polls that are now showing that support among Black and Hispanic voters for the Democrats is generally starting to tank. Now, these have always been solidly Democrat voting blocs. What's happening here? And is this just sort of a bit of an expression in the polls that we won't see on election day? We have seen this trend before with Trump, and it hasn't really fully played out. What is your read on it? And is it that some of these issues like the economy, like migration and the pressures that that's putting on, urban areas and cities and lower income areas, is that pushing some of these numbers?
James, I'm on a television program every week here in the United States with a bunch of Democrats. We have a sort of a panel discussion every single night. And this is one of the polls that frightens them the most because it feels like it's real. The trend lines, again, come back to the trend lines. In 2016, Donald Trump pulled about 6% of the African-American vote. Not very much, a little bit better than Mitt Romney had done prior, but 6%, that's about normal for Republicans in this country. In 2020, he pulled 12. Double what he had in 2016. Right now, he's polling at 22 to 25% amongst African Americans. That's a huge swing. But again, it's the trend that we look at, and it looks like he's trending positively with African American voters. They are critical voters, James, because ordinarily when voters get upset with their party, they just don't vote. They very rarely vote for the other party. You don't actually get them to swing from one party to the other.
Yeah.
But if Black Americans start moving from Democrat to Republican, that counts actually as 2 votes against the Democrats. And that's a real problem for them. And they know it.
Finally, I wanted to get your thoughts on one other poll I saw this week. It's a very concerning one to me that revealed amongst what they call the politically obsessed elite, 69% would condone cheating if it meant that their candidate won. Now, this group is mainly well-educated urbanites who believe Joe Biden is doing a great job. Is this an indication that there's something kind of wrong and askew with our political class in the U.S.?
This poll just came out fairly recently, and it's driving a lot of debate right now in this country as to who the real threat to democracy is. And it sounds like it's the urban elites. It's not Trump. It's not the Republicans, maybe not even Biden or the Democrats. It's this particular group of people, because that number is stunning. I'd be curious to see what it is across the board in this country. But that's the elites being the elites, which is essentially, we know better than you. So if you want to take us one way, maybe we'll allow that a couple of times, but we're not going to allow that permanently. We've seen this at a global level, most specifically in Europe. This is what elites do. It's do as I say, not as I do. And if you don't do as I say, then I'm still going to make you do that anyway. So that doesn't surprise me. It is discouraging to me, but I do not think the broader country is anywhere near that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty disturbing, though. We're going to have to leave it there. Mick Mulvaney, thanks as always for your time.